Hello, I'm Dr. Robin Ganser, and welcome to American Humane in Action. As an animal lover, you may already know that American Humane is this country's very first national humane organization and has been fighting for the humane treatment of all animals since way back in 1877. Today, we are proud to say that we save, shelter, feed, and protect more than 1 billion animals around the world. Those in our homes, those who were caught in war, natural disasters, and cruelty cases, the animal actors we so love in movies and television, endangered species in zoos and aquariums, companion animals from pet providers, and hundreds of millions of animals living on farms and ranches. At American Humane, our mission is to help animals whenever and wherever they are in need. Why? Because we love them, and I know you do too. American Humane's history of working with our military dates back to the battlefields of World War I, when we were asked to help care for millions of injured and dying war horses. Today, through our Pups for Patriots program, we are helping veterans across the country living with the invisible wounds of war, post-traumatic stress, and traumatic brain injury. Sadly, more than 20 veterans take their lives every single day. This stunning statistic underscores how important healing leashes can be to our military members in need. Pups for Patriots rescues and trains qualified dogs to be life-saving service dogs to veterans in crisis. While professional service dogs can cost upwards of $30,000, thanks to our donors, we are able to pair highly skilled pups with veterans at absolutely no cost to the veteran. We're proud to say to date, we have put over 200 leashes in the hands of veterans, literally saving lives on both ends of the leash. Dr. Amy Wren serves as the National Director of American Humane's Lois Pope Life Center for Military Affairs, and she joined me in studio to share more about our life-saving Pups for Patriots program. Welcome, Dr. Amy. I'm so glad you're here with us today, and I'm so glad that I could introduce you to Liberty Bell, one of our Pups for Patriots service dogs in training. Isn't she gorgeous?
Oh, she's so cute. Hi, Liberty.
She's wonderful. Well, Dr. Amy, you have overseen the growth of our Pups for Patriots program, which I know has transformed so many lives. Can you share with us a little bit about this exciting initiative?
Absolutely. You know, we encourage all veterans who have been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress or traumatic brain injury to apply for the Pups for Patriots program. We serve veterans from all eras and all types of service-related trauma. So it starts just by going to the American Humane website and completing our brief online application. From there, the veteran is paired with an American Humane ambassador who helps them through the entire application process, making it as easy as possible. And then once a veteran is accepted to our program, they are either paired with a local service dog trainer or they're invited to come to our 10-day National Handler Boot Camp. And so this is where the veteran meets their life-saving service dog for the first time, and American Humane is there to provide all the skills and support so they can become a fully bonded team. And of course, the fully trained service dog and the handler training is all provided at no cost to the veteran.
That's amazing, because these service dogs, it is very expensive to train them.
It is.
Well, Dr. Amy, I know that this program transforms lives. Can you tell me about the benefits for the wounded warrior who's facing those invisible wounds of war, PTS and TBI? What happens to them when they get matched with a service dog like Liberty Bell?
Well, it starts with having a reason to get out of bed in the morning. With a service dog, you know, so many of our veterans are struggling with depression and isolation. So having a service dog helps them get out of the house, start living their lives again. With their service dog, they're able to do everyday things like running errands, going to the grocery store, restaurants. And wonderful thing that we hear is not only do our service dogs help save the lives of the veteran, but it impacts their entire family. So spouses and kiddos have their mom or dad back. I think little Bree, who is a daughter of one of our graduates, put it best when she told us that Lex, the service dog, helped give me my dad back.
Oh, that just gives me goosebumps every time I think about that, right?
Yes.
So one day, a little puppy like Liberty Bell will grow up and be that best friend.
Yes, changing the lives of the whole family.
I love that, Liberty. You've got a great future ahead, don't you, beautiful girl? Yes. So, Dr. Amy, can you share with us how can a veteran who might be seeing this episode learn more about Pups for Patriots and actually apply, maybe to get Liberty Bell?
Yes. Well, you know, unfortunately, Robin, 1 in 4 combat veterans has been diagnosed with PTS. And too often, a lack of treatment results in the taking of their own lives. And so what that means for us is we want to provide that hope and healing, but there are real challenges to receiving of effective mental health treatment. There's a lack of adequate mental health staffing, there's an overuse of pharmacology, and our nation has a stigma around mental health disease. And so what can we do? How can we help these brave heroes who have protected our freedom get better? Well, the answer is right here with Liberty Bell. And I'm so excited that there has been a surge of recent research that has shown that service dogs can truly help veterans who've been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress. The studies show that veterans with a service dog have less depression and anxiety, they have less sleep disturbances, better social functioning, a better quality of life than veterans who are on a wait list for a service dog. So it's so heartwarming to see what you and I have gotten to witness firsthand. These dogs save lives.
They do. Well, Dr. Amy, it's your life-saving work that makes such a difference as an intervention for people facing those invisible wounds of war.
It is such an honor to help our people in the armed forces.
Dr. Amy, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you so much for helping all of our veterans have an opportunity to have their best friend.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you. And thank you, Liberty Bell. Rescuing and training these magnificent service dogs is certainly a labor of love. To get an inside look at that process, I sat down with Sharon Dilley, one of our Pups for Patriots trainers, to learn more about what goes into training these life-saving dogs. Well, welcome, Sharon. Liberty Bell and I are so excited to see you. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you, and I'm glad to be here. It's very nice.
You know, a lot of people don't know that our Pups for Patriots programs can be rescue dogs. Can you tell us, what do you look for in a service dog?
In a service dog, I look for a dog that is human connected. I look for a dog that's not timid. I want one that's bold, because these service dogs have to go everywhere with their veteran. They go to the hospital, they have to go in elevators, stairways, airports are particularly challenging. I want the bold ones. I want the dogs that come to me, and I want the dogs that want to be with people.
The dogs that want to be with people. Clearly,
Dogs
Liberty
that want
Bell's
to-
one who wants to be with
Yes,
people.
she is definitely one that likes people. I love working with Labrador retrievers, golden retrievers, because they're incredibly people connected, and they're also very forgiving.
Yes.
You know, we make mistakes, we don't do it all right, and they don't even care, because they'll come back tomorrow and they just love you anyway.
They do love. And of course, Liberty Bell is a bundle of love for sure. She wants to be in the lap, which is not the right time, because she's a puppy in training for sure.
She is. It'll be a few months, but she's going to be amazing.
Yes. Tell me a little bit about one of your favorite Pups for Patriots service dog teams, 'cause I know you have many.
I have many.
Yes.
I have a team. It's a veteran who has a golden retriever, and this golden retriever has just been absorbed into his family. He's got a little baby, and she kind of takes care of the baby, and then at night she takes care of the veteran. He has night terrors, and she'll climb up in the bed with him and lick him and calm him until all is well again. And then she'll get off and go to her space. And just the amazing stories that I hear from him, these dogs change their lives.
Sharon, I would love for you to share with us a recent graduate story, someone who touched your heart.
I had a veteran, it's been a couple of years ago, and he freely told me, he said, I need help. I can't even hug my children. And his mother had reached out to me, and the last time I saw him, I met him, we had dinner in a restaurant, and his daughter was there with him, and he gave me the biggest bear hug ever and said, thank you, you gave me my life back.
Thank you so much, Sharon, for coming today. Thanks for being one of our Humane heroes.
You're welcome.
And thank you for watching American Humane in Action. We'll be right back.
I've been out since '07, and it's been a roller coaster ever since. This whole program has been a blessing in my life. I feel like I have a family that I can lean on outside of my family now. I feel blessed to actually be a part of this program and to be able to partake in this. I feel blessed to have been given an amazing dog that helps me walk through every day of my life.
Hi, I'm Ice-T. As a veteran, I know that for many former servicemen and women, the battle doesn't always end when they come home. Every day, 184 veterans are diagnosed with post-traumatic stress, and sadly, 20 take their own lives. When nothing else helps, professionally trained service dogs can. American Humane, serving the U.S. military for over 100 years, rescues animals in need of forever homes and trains them to become free, life-saving service dogs for our nation's veterans. If you're a veteran or know a veteran struggling with post-traumatic stress or traumatic brain injury, please go to AmericanHumane.org to learn about their Pups for Patriots program. Let's give our veterans a fighting chance.
Hi everybody, I'm Kristen Chenoweth. When our servicemen and women return from war, they often carry wounds that the rest of us cannot see. Up to 1 in 5 veterans who served in Iraq and Afghanistan are diagnosed with post-traumatic stress. And often, even the best treatment, including medication and therapy, they fall short. Sadly, more than 6,000 veterans die every year from suicide. Thanks to the life-saving power of the human-animal bond, professionally trained service dogs can help. But connecting a veteran with a well-trained service dog can be difficult. Wait lists are long and training can cost tens of thousands of dollars. But service dogs can bring healing. If you're a veteran or know a veteran struggling with post-traumatic stress or traumatic brain injury, please go to AmericanHumane.org to learn about their Pups for Patriots program, which provides dogs to veterans for free of charge. Let's help our veterans heal from the invisible wounds of war.
Welcome back to American Humane in Action. I am so thrilled today to be joined by one of our Pups for Patriots graduates, Air Force veteran Diana with Service Dog Sam. Diana, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
I'm so glad to see you, and I'm so glad to see Sam again. So tell me a little bit about your service to our country, and then I want to ask you, why did you apply for Pups for Patriots?
Okay, so I decided to join the Air Force because all my family was in the Marine Corps, and I was one of the first females in my family to decide to serve for my country. I wanted to give back and be able to help everybody else. So I joined, and I was able to work inside of hospitals. I got to help out with a lot of patients and help out with a ton of other veterans that were coming back and be by their bedside, making sure that they're okay. After a lot of things that had happened while I was in the military, I decided that a service animal might actually be beneficial to me because I love animals and I have been around a service animal before. So I decided to search it up, and I found American Humane had a Pups for Patriots for a service animal, so I decided to do it. I got an email back really quick. Honestly, I wasn't expecting it to be so fast because there's always that 2 to 3 year waiting period, but you guys replied back really quick, and I got Sam, and I couldn't be happier. Honestly, he's changed my life for the better. I decided to not speak to a lot of people getting out of the military. I kind of internalized, and I even stopped talking to a lot of my family, but after Sam came into my life, I've been spending time so much with my family. I'm out and about. I'm so happy to be able to tell everybody how I got him and how American Humane is doing so much for people. It's so amazing. It's such amazing work, so I'm so happy to be part of this program.
Well, we're happy to have you part of the American Humane family.
Thank
and I
you.
know all of the American Humane family would say thank you for your service. You said before Sam entered your life, you really didn't have contact with anyone, not
Yes.
contact even with your family. And now, since Sam, our Pups for Patriots service dog Sam came into your life, you're now seeing your family 4 times a week?
Yes.
And you're really connecting again. How did they feel about you and Sam?
They were excited. They absolutely love Sam. Whenever we come by, they always want to say hi. As soon as his vest comes off, he's always running around and playing with them, especially with my little sister. I could not describe how my relationships were before, because I don't feel like I really had a relationship with my family after getting out of the military. I was just so closed off. And then having Sam there by my side and getting me to talk to people. I used to just stay inside the house and not want to speak to anybody. I don't say hi to people. I don't even look up. I'm always looking down and have my headphones in. Now with Sam, it's like, I have to brag about him. I have to brag about how American Humane and Pups for Patriots are able to help veterans.
And coming from a service family, Marine Corps family, and you being the only lady entering and going into the Air Force, that's a tremendous compliment to your strength of character.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your service. And then I see afterwards you made the application, and actually you talked about a myth that's out there, 18-month, 2-year waiting process.
Yes.
Well, I wanted to ask you more about that too. So the application process was easy. You applied online.
It was so easy.
You had an email response very quickly, and you didn't have to wait long to be matched to your service dog.
I didn't have to wait long, and you guys offered to help me through the application process, so it makes me feel less anxiety, because most people don't like filling out all that information, aren't entirely sure what to do, and you guys are there every step of the way, and it's so amazing. Even after I had received Sam and he had already passed, still I have so much support from the American Humane family, Pups for Patriots.
So tell us a little bit about what duties does Sam perform for you?
So there's actually quite a few things that he does for me. One of the first things that he did for me was I was having a really bad flashback while I was sleeping. I was having a nightmare of some things that had happened to me while I was in the military, and he woke me up. He woke me up from the dream, and usually I cannot wake up. I'll just continue on with this dream, and he jumped on the bed, licked my face, and told me, like, I could see in his eyes, he was so worried about me. So he was able to help me with that. A few other things, I have a little bit of issues with space when I'm standing in line anywhere. I don't know if somebody's behind me, I get a little worried. He'll actually go in between my legs and look at anybody that's behind me, making sure that they're at least within distance and they look safe. He knows when somebody feels safe. And he
knows when you feel safe.
Yes. When I'm feeling nervous, he picks up on everything. And another major thing that I used to do, I actually used to scratch quite a bit when I get really nervous. And it get to the point where I'm actually hurting myself. Sam stops me from that. As soon as I just try to scratch even the smallest amount, he gets up and then he'll move my hand away from me. So he has helped me not just mentally, but physically too, so I'm not hurting myself.
That is stunning. So he does so many things for you. What would you say to those veterans returning home from theaters of conflict today about their post-traumatic stress, their traumatic brain injury? What would you ask them to do for themselves and for their families?
I would just want to tell them, if they are feeling like they might benefit from a service animal, just go on ahead and apply.
These service dogs heal, don't they?
They do. I don't know, they must have some type of superpower. They're amazing.
Diana, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for inviting me out here, Dr. Robin.
Yes. And thank you for watching American Humane in Action. Up next, we'll have one of Pups for Patriots' biggest supporters. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm EJ Williams for American Humane. For thousands of years, dogs have been our best friends in our worst times. Today, we're also learning that our best friends, millions of whom are abandoned each year, are often the best medicine when people are facing obstacles. To help both people and animals, organizations like American Humane have been working to harness the healing power of the human-animal bond, finding animals in need of forever homes and training them as life-saving service and therapy dogs to help our veterans, the elderly, and children overcome the daily obstacles of life. In this way, the rescued can become the rescuers. To find out how you can help give animals and the people they help a new leash on life, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Hi, I'm Diana. As a veteran, I know that for many servicemen and women, the battle doesn't always end when they come home. Because I too struggle with the invisible wounds of service. Thankfully, I found American Humane's Pups for Patriots program, which brought Sam into my life. Before being paired with Sam, I didn't get out of bed for most days. Pups for Patriots and Sam literally changed my life. Now I'm able to go to the store without having a panic attack. I'm finally able to live my life the way I want to live it. Pups for Patriots provides trained service dogs to veterans like me at no cost. If you're a veteran or know a veteran struggling with post-traumatic stress or traumatic brain injury, please go to AmericanHumane.org to learn about their Pups for Patriots service dog program. Let's give our veterans a fighting chance.
During his renowned naval career, Admiral Tom Kearney commanded multiple Navy ships, including the USS Alexandria and the USS Virginia, and was presented with numerous awards, including the Distinguished Service Medal and 3 Legions of Merit. After retiring, Admiral Kearney joined American Humane as a member of our board of directors and now helps our brave servicemen and women, as well as the courageous animals who help them on the battlefield and beyond. I was honored to have Admiral Kearney with me to discuss his involvement and what drew him to American Humane and our Pups for Patriots program. Welcome, Admiral Tom Kearney. I'm so glad you're here with us today.
Thank you, Robin. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. I have to tell you, there's so many great programs at American Humane. What specifically drew you to our Pups for Patriots program?
Well, when I was on active duty, my last job was at Naval Sea Systems Command. And at Naval Sea Systems Command, I was the flag representative for all of the wounded warriors, as well as any of the service dog engagements within the organization. And I was working to improve the ability to have service dogs work in an office environment. And I came across your organization, and we had an event at OPALM one time several years ago, and we just really struck up a great partnership and relationship, and we've been tied at the hip since then.
I think it's been wonderful. Tom, you know, your leadership in the Navy, your extraordinary career is one of legends. So I thank you so much for being involved with American Humane, specifically championing Pups for Patriots program. I know you have met veterans where service dogs have really touched their lives. Do you have a story you'd like to share?
Sure, I have many, actually. There was, while I was at Naval Sea Systems Command, I was also working with the Wounded Warriors in the Wounded Warrior Games, which are now called Warrior Games. And I met a young lady who had some traumatic facial damage from an explosion in Iraq. And it was very, very obvious. And I was talking with her one day, and she had a lovely service dog. And she said, you know, people will always be nice and be comforting and all, but she knows when she looks at that dog doesn't see her, doesn't see her scars. She just sees her as a person. And it really makes a huge difference to her that dog is her kind of release when she starts getting stressed, and for a woman to have significant facial injury, for her to be able to have a break from that with her dog, it's just really exceptional. So those dogs, as Sharon had mentioned earlier, are just wonderful.
I know you have met veterans where service dogs have really touched their lives. Do you have a story you'd like to share?
Sure, I have many, actually. There was, while I was at Naval Sea Systems Command, one of our veterans there had, by his own admission, been blown up many times. And he had some significant traumatic brain injury that he was working through. And he had a service dog that really rescued him into the true word of being a rescue dog. And whenever he would get stressed or he would feel a seizure coming on, which he frequently had every day, that dog would be able to sense when he was having that precursor to a seizure, and the dog would notify him essentially to take a medication that the doctors prescribed, or to even just take a break, go outside and have a cigarette and have a smoke and just kind of relax some and kind of de-stress a little bit. And that's exactly what he needed, and that's what that dog brought to the situation for him.
Tom, is there any particular moment from our Pups for Patriots program that's particularly meaningful for you?
Well, I think the most meaningful is the times that I get to interact with the veterans that have been provided, the service dogs that we have trained. And the training that is provided these dogs is something that's way beyond what a therapy, as you know, what a therapy dog goes through. And therapy dogs are very valuable in this world for people who need them, but the service dog capability is really a level beyond what most people understand. And you know, an analogy I use for the value of the service dogs is often something about like a bad dream. And we'll have bad dreams periodically, and we'll wake up and we'll be stressed, but we'll know, oh, thank God, it was just a dream, right? So you're okay. But a lot of our veterans will wake up from bad dreams, and they will know that this was real. It wasn't a bad dream. It was a recollection of something very terrible. And those dogs are trained to recognize when that person is having a stressful incident, and they are probably already there, either on the bed or the nose is poking over the bed. And when that veteran wakes up and that dog is there, it's a huge difference in their ability to calm down and say, okay, I'm okay, and I can move on. And that's the extraordinary value of these dogs. So the Pups for Patriots program that I get to be involved in is really just an extraordinary program and bringing tremendous value to our veterans.
And coming from you, that's a huge statement, so thank you. Tom, you've been a champion of putting healing leashes in the hands of our veterans. I'm forever grateful to you for your service and for your ongoing service to help veterans, so thank you so very much.
You're very welcome.
If you were inspired by the show, join us and the Compassion Movement by supporting American Humane in our work to save, shelter, and protect more than 1 billion animals every year. And please visit AmericanHumane.org, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can keep you up to date on all the latest news about the beautiful animals who share our world. I'm Dr. Robin Ganser. Thank you for watching. And I hope you'll tune into all of the episodes of American Humane in Action for an inside look into the innovative efforts that are building a better, more humane world for all of us.